This is day 27 of Rewiring My Brain, ADHD edition. If you have bitching ADHD like I do, pull up a chair, stick around for a little bit. One of my biggest struggles with my ADHD is the executive dysfunction. So it's either getting myself to start tasks, or if I am starting the task, getting myself to complete that task. Usually it's a series of me starting 12 things and maybe finishing 3 or 4. So I did a lot of research on the topic and compiled a list of solutions that are all backed by neuroscience and approved by my ADHD brain. Lo and behold, the list. This is constructed for neurospicy people such as you and me. So here on these dotted lines, these are what I like to call the minions. These are going to be our easier to tackle tasks. It's good to start with something small because it feels like you can scratch something off your list that's easy to complete. So the idea is to do 2 easy tasks and then make yourself do a more difficult one. That's where these bosses come in. So the idea is you do these 2 easy tasks, do the big task, check off your boxes when you're finished, which is instantly a dopamine hit. Before you move on to your next task, you get a little bit of a power up. ADHD brains need dopamine right now, not after they complete the task. So instead of making yourself wait until the entire list is done to get the dopamine hit, you get to give yourself little hits of dopamine throughout the task. The power up can be really anything that's quick and simple and makes you feel good. So once you complete your power up, you get to come down here to the XP bar. You're already a third of the way through your list after you take out the level 1 boss. We're gonna come down in here and shade in 2 of the bars. Tackle the next section, you get another power up. For this final boss portion, this is supposed to be the big daddy that you avoid at all costs. You would rather walk barefoot for a mile on Legos than do this task right here. With this visualization, if you manage to do everything else, leaving that one last box unchecked, it's gonna irritate the fucking shit out of me if I don't get to check off that box. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do the damn laundry. Fuck you, bitch. You don't get to fill in this last little box until you make your list for tomorrow. Making that list for tomorrow, you are doing 4 things for your brain. Number 1 is you're closing open cognitive loops. The brain hates unfinished business, and making that list closes that loop. By closing that loop, you're giving your nervous system permission to downshift into rest mode. Number 2 is you're triggering a dopamine preview reward. Writing the list for the next day gives your brain a mini dopamine hit right now. And again, ADHD brains like the dopamine now, not later. Number 3 is you're reducing decision fatigue. One of the hardest parts of ADHD productivity is starting the task. When you make the list the night before, you've already made your decisions. And number 4 is you're conditioning a safety ritual. Ending the day with a quick list, you're creating a micro habit that tells your brain we are safe, tomorrow is handled, we can power down now. Over time, this becomes a calming cue that regulates the amygdala, which is the portion of your brain that's responsible for threat response. That one simple step is literally rewiring your brain to teach your nervous system that structure equals safety. Also, when you make your list for tomorrow, you get to do this. I have a lot more to share with you, but if you want a copy of this list for free, comment list down below and I'll send it right over to you.